Well, hello everybody. Thank you for the amazing and positive responses that all my videos have been getting. I'm sure my reach is a lot wider than what my numbers say because of the number of thumbs up I get. Although, I'm very niche, but definitely not nichey. I want to just cover Jeremy Hunt now. He is officially the Chancellor of Exchequer, but he's de facto Prime Minister. Remember I said yesterday that they might not disappear Truss as early as this week or before Halloween, right? She might stick around a little bit longer. I can see why. Someone suggested on Twitter, and I would go with this, that she has been told that she's going to be the Prime Minister in name only, but Jeremy Hunt will be making all the choices. So he will be controlling her and steering the ship. And he is someone to definitely be worried about. For example, Jeremy Hunt was the man who wanted to keep you in your homes locked down indefinitely. He wanted mandatory vaccination. He doesn't believe in choice, and his vision for the UK is in line with the social credit system in China. He wants you on your knees begging. He's definitely another one of these communists masquerading as a conservative. Do you know he's appointed 4 bankers to his new committee to advise him on the budget? Funny how bankers' bonus tax increases is the one policy, other than stamp duty, left standing in the ruins of the disastrous Truss Kwarteng budget. Yeah, he's all about bankers. And so there'll be no reversal of Sunak's cut in the bank surcharge tax, giving banks an addition 7 billion. But your electricity bills are going to go absolutely through the roof. One thing Truss I agreed with is the energy price cap, which was to stay in place for 2 years. Now, goodness knows how people, all of us, are going to afford energy when it comes to April, because the prices are going to go absolutely through the roof. Here we go. Here's the statement. This is why Liz won't necessarily go anywhere. The 1922 committee have warned Liz Truss not to do or say anything without their say-so, and they have installed Jeremy Hunt as acting Prime Minister. And they have enough letters of no confidence for a vote or even instant dismissal. But they are using the one-year immunity rule, so she's basically the pretend Prime Minister. But the wife of Jeremy Hunt is rather interesting. On UK Column, they were saying that there's no information at all on who her parents are or what her ethnicity is. Now, within China, there are loads of different ethnicities. So knowing her exact ethnicity would help us know how plugged in she is to certain ideologies or not. The wife of former cabinet minister, but now Chancellor Jeremy Hunt, presents a TV show for China's state-run media that has been accused of whitewashing the Communist Party's human rights abuses. Okay, there you go. Energy bills will rise more than 5,000, more like up to 7,000 average price, £7,000 a year. I will also let you know this. I think it was here. No, where is it gone? Okay. Yeah, so guys, look, I mean, the one thing is I think people are getting very ambitious inside the Tories, particularly Penny Mordaunt, Ben Wallace and others. So they might want to oust Truss and take control, but will they be able to, or will they also have to keep Jeremy Hunt on as Chancellor? Because I believe he's the designated candidate now. Not that this is going to help the Tories, because I still think they'd prefer Starmer, but he's definitely been in there to stop any rot. Okay, listen to what he said. This is what he said when they had the Tory party conference in Manchester. Now remember, this guy Hunt is a multi-millionaire. He claimed in a conference speech that low-paid workers lacked dignity and self-respect, and they should graft like the Chinese who put in punishing hours in a sweatshop, he said. Right? However, some have been born into a life of privilege like him, a former head boy of a smart school called Charterhouse and student of Magdalen College, Oxford. What would he know about hard graft, yeah? You see, that is what he thinks of you. You're some slave that should be treated in appalling conditions as they treat their people in China. He is a piece of work. That's for sure. His father, Sir Nicholas John Strensham Hunt, was Admiral of the Fleet in his main career. He went on to be involved in a lot of quangos at various local hospital boards and became chairman of the South West Surrey District Health Authority and then chairman of Nuffield Hospital. So no wonder he managed to get into be head of the NHS partially. His father's very well plugged in there, probably milking it, bleeding it dry and helping it crash. And for a lot of the time, his father's niece, Virginia Bottomley, was the Secretary of State for Health in a Conservative government. So he's nicely plugged in to the establishment, extremely nicely. And this is just what UK Column's been saying on her.
We could say that this is a pretty, what's the word, inflammatory in some ways article, but it's quite interesting because it's talking about her relationship with Chinese state-run media, and it's talking in particular about a...
You see, also the program features reports on how effective China's pandemic response was and the beauty of the Xinjiang region without mentioning it's a site of re-education camps. So there you go. He's full into China. There was a very interesting picture they had there. There's the pictures where they say, you know, unknown ethnicity. I don't know if I can get that up for you. There are also some really scary pictures of the Chinese. Look at this. This is China in their legislature, whatever that is. Everyone's got a mask on. I'll just go see if I can get a few. Sorry, guys. I know it's annoying when other people do this. I don't like this as a technique, but I'm just trying to show you. No. Okay, well, basically, can you imagine this picture? With all these people in the Chinese, Xi Jinping, the leader, he's the only one without a mask. Every other person has got a mask on, and they're standing there like very, very good little robots. Yeah, there you go. There's the band. There they got the masks on. This is obviously what Jeremy Hunt relates to. Very interesting. UK column also featured a tweet of someone who went into a Tesco Express at sort of 10 to 11 because it's like a 7. So the Tesco's run 7-Elevens. Like Tesco's a bit like a, you know, it's a chain supermarket here in the UK. And very often those are the places that are the most convenient in cities to grab yourself a late night snack or something, some groceries if you need it. And the guy said he wasn't allowed to enter unless he downloaded their app and subscribed to their club card. So he downloaded the app so he could enter, but he couldn't purchase the products without having the app without the club card, and he didn't want the club card. So they're going to be forcing you to get their club cards and an app in order to shop or even enter a store or effect a purchase. And I think this will also go along with getting rid of all the staff in stores, because you'll be able to do this all yourself. Apparently at Primark's and also Zara's in central London now, there are no staff. You scan everything yourself, pay with your card. In order to exit the store, you have to scan your receipt. So we see now them getting rid of more and more retail staff, but they all want you on their club card. I notice at Tesco now you get fantastic discounts on a range of products if you use your club cards. They're enticing you into it because they're going to use these club cards and reward cards as the start of a social credit score to monitor your spending, and then afterwards to lock you out of certain purchases if you've bought too much meat, etc. So you can see the Great Reset happening. The energy prices are going to mean people are so strapped for cash that they simply cannot afford any leisure time to travel, anything. It will limit the amount of time you can leave your home other than work as well. You'll be slaving just to pay those energy costs. It also means that only businesses, there is a support scheme for businesses, but on the basis of energy efficiency. So only businesses that move to green energy will get support from the government, effectively driving all businesses that they don't consider green enough or with the net zero agenda enough into bankruptcy. So it's again an attack on business. It's an attack on our freedoms. And these club cards will be used to monitor and regulate your spending. So the Great Reset is very much here, whether we like it or not. And I'm just finding too many people are zombies. They're passive. They will literally freeze to death or starve to death rather than get up the guts to stand up against this. I don't think they understand what they're facing. They don't want to understand the malevolence of the force that we're up against. They want to stay in a naive, safe little world, and they'll do anything to stay asleep. So thanks, guys. Not good news, I know, but let's stay aware.